In the 1970s, Palitoy's Action Man was setting new standards in toy design and innovation. However, there was still influence from his American cousin G.I. Joe. Since 1970, following concerns over war-themed toys, Hasbro had rebranded G.I. Joe as an adventurer rather than a fighting man, with the adventure team concept. This had sold pretty well, but by the mid-1970s, retail sales were declining, with increasing competition from rival toy lines, Mattel's Big Jim, Miguel's World's Greatest Superheroes, and Kenner's $6 Million Man action figure. To counter these, 3 fantasy-themed figures were introduced: Mike Power, the Atomic Man, Bullet Man, the Human Bullet, and for the first time an enemy figure, the Intruders, strong men from another world. The basic figure was also upgraded to the new lifelike muscle body with the Eagle Eyes play feature. This created the Super Adventure Team. Unfortunately, the new lineup failed to revive sales, with G.I. Joe being discontinued in 1976. In contrast, Action Man was thriving, with Palitoy looking at marketing their own version of the Super Adventure Team. There's a certain irony that as they were doing this, Hasbro was cancelling G.I. Joe. Even more so, the Palitoy version proved more popular with a longer production run. Renamed the Action Man T, it even received its own commercial.
It's the Action Man team on patrol looking for the Intruder, strong man from another world. Action Man spots him with his eagle eyes. Too late. The Intruder's got Tom Stone in a vicious bear hug. Atomic Man lets him have it with an atomic right. The Intruder is stunned, but not for long, and the chase is on. Action Man checks out underwater in the Seawolf, the action team submarine that actually dives and surfaces. No luck. He takes to the skies with his turbocopter and spots the Intruder's hideout from above. This is a job for Bullet Man, the human bullet. That'll flush him out. And here comes Action Man in the capture copter. Mission accomplished. Action Man.
The Action Man team was formally launched in 1977 to coincide with the release of the new Eagle Eyes Action Man. The Action Man team members closely resembled their American counterparts, but with interesting modifications and creative touches. The first team member available was Atomic Man, released before the others in 1976. Dropping the Mike Powers persona, he was simply named Atomic Man.
First Action Man, now Atomic Man. See his signaling eye, half pacer, and mighty arm with rotocopter attachment. Atomic Man, one of the Action Man team, from Palitoy.
The figure utilized the basic Action Man G.I. Joe body type, but with his atomic components. He featured a transparent plastic atomic right arm and left leg, revealing silver plastic mechanical jointings and pegs, atomic right eye with signaling feature, and atomic pacemaker in left breast. The atomic arm had a shaft and cog that rotated the wrist and hand. When the included rotocopter accessory was gripped, it simulated flight as it rotated. The rotocopter was moulded in silver plastic and came in 2 components that clipped together. The atomic pacemaker in the left breast was an additional feature added by Palitoy, which clicked when its button was pressed. The right eye signaling feature worked by shining a direct shaft of light onto an oval window on top of the head. There was a transparent channel linking it to the eye, causing it to light up. The head sculpt was different to G.I. Joe and Action Man. This was done by Hasbro to differentiate him from standard figures. Unlike the US version, Palitoy's Atomic Man had flocked hair. This gave him a distinct Afro look. Both the Hasbro and Palitoy versions had a scar on the left cheek rather than the right. Again, this was to distance the figure from standard G.I. Joe and Action Man figures. The gripping hands were of a different pattern to the Action Man type, and attached to the wrist and forearm using 2 pins that fix into corresponding holes in the hands. They had the same hardening and crumbling issues as other gripping hands of the era. The uniform was a black jumpsuit with distinct diagonal zip fastener. There were silver fabric stripes on each sleeve, and an eagle fabric sticker on the right breast. This is the same design as the German Stormtrooper. The boots were the same as the Action Man soldier, of which there are many variations. The box packaging features a large illustration of Atomic Man with cutouts of his play features. The Action Man logo was absent. In its place, Atomic Man's own logo in the Data 70 font, popular in science fiction at the time. Underneath was lettering, a member of the Action Man team with a miniature Action Man logo. One side panel features Action Man illustrations of the pre-Eagle Eye era. The other featured Atomic Man's play features. An instruction leaflet, L250, was included. At the same time Palitoy were releasing Atomic Man, their sister company, Dennis Fisher, were distributing Kenner's $6 Million Man action figure. This is ironic, as Hasbro had introduced the Atomic Man as a rival to the $6 Million Man. Thank you for tuning in this evening. If I've got anything wrong or missed anything out, it's comment section below.